There is one organ which causes high blood pressure, and it's not what you think. And there are specific exercises you can use to target and fix your blood pressure easily. No diet, lifestyle changes, or medication required. Check the link in the description below, but for now, today's question.
The question, my blood pressure is 122/6, is this okay? Answer by Laurel Harper. 122/6? Patrick, I don't think so. 6 isn't a diastolic reading. I'm not betting you meant 60. You could meant to type 86, 66, 106 or any number that may or may not include a 6. I wouldn't know. In any event, several years ago the AHA, American Heart Association, determined new blood pressure parameters, and 120/80 hasn't been normal for quite some time. The first number is the systolic blood pressure or SBP, and this reflects how hard the heart must work to pump blood out and into the arteries during contractions. The better shape heart muscle is in, the healthier the vascular system and the less resistance in the arteries there is, the lower the SBP will be. For someone not being treated for hypertension, HTN is another name for high blood pressure. The normal range for SBP is 90,119. The second number is the diastolic blood pressure or DBP, and this reflects how well the heart rests between contractions. Again, for someone not being treated for HTN, the normal range is 6,079. Both these values, SBP and DBP, are measured in millimeters of mercury or m/Hg. Per the AHA, BPs, blood pressures, of 120,000, 139, 8,089 are pre-hypertensive. This means you don't have HTN yet, but without intervention you're on your way. BPs that are 140/90 and higher fall into HTN. The more extreme BPs, K 210, 118, can be regarded as malignant HTN. Also for the AHA, if either the SBP or the DBP is above normal, this is either pre-HTN or HTN, depending on the higher number. Examples: 122/60 is pre-HTN. 122/90 is HTN. Another thing you should know is that BP fluctuates throughout the day and are influenced by activity and stresses we encounter. The lower BPs tend to be in the morning and the higher tend to be at the end of the day. I wouldn't worry much about one isolated BP like yours. What we look for is consistency. So, if you like, try this: check your BP on 3 different days and at 3 different times of day using the same arm or wrist. Which one you use isn't critical. You might do BP checks on Monday to Wednesday to Friday: on Monday when you wake up and before you get out of bed. Wednesday at midday. Friday in the evening or before bed. Write it down and write down any activity you were engaged in prior to checking. If you see values that are consistently outside normal parameters, either above or below, consult with your doctor. Finally, there are 2 types of HTN: primary, also called essential, and idiopathic and secondary. Primary HTN is due to factors that can't be changed, factors such as age, race, gender, certain medical conditions and family history. Pretty much the only treatment option is an anti-hypertension medication. Secondary HTN is due to one or more factors, and these are factors that can be changed, managed and or controlled. These factors include obesity, diet, hyperlipidemia, diabetes, lifestyle, smoking, excessive/frequent use of alcohol, sedentary lifestyle, etc. It used to be doctors managed HTN more conservatively, starting with changes in diet and lifestyle before resorting to meds. These days, the approach is more aggressive, and appropriately so, as HTN damages the arteries daily and puts one at risk for strokes, aneurysms and, in some cases, renal HTN. If one medication isn't enough, a second med, one that works in a different way, can be added. Meds are used in conjunction with diet and lifestyle changes and may include a statin medication to reduce lipid levels. Answer by Jewel Lopez. 122/6 is definitely not normal. But since you had the presence to come to Quora and type a question, I'm betting you mean 122/60. This is generally considered within normal limits, but if you have any concerns you would want to check with your doctor. Answer by Sarah Brinton. Hi Patrick. Are you sure your blood pressure reading wasn't 122/60? Because 122/6 is not okay. The 122, systolic, is fine. The 6, diastolic, is way too low. But if it were really 122/6, chances are you wouldn't be acting normally and you wouldn't be asking this question. So I think the reading was actually 122/60, which is great. Talk to your doctor if you're worried.